driving right now. Let's see if they can pull off synchronized pitting. The caution flag doesn't come out. Oh, look at Brendan trying to go up the middle.
There's no room. Here we go. Right as they cross the stripe, we have issues. 77's caught up. Chris Fontaine to the 84. Now the 8 of Max Gresham. The 5 of Tim George Jr. The 93 we saw. Jason White caught up. The 62 of Brendan gone.
There's the 77 of Romain Quiroga through this crazy accident.
Quite a few trucks caught up in this one. Brings a caution out.
Whew.
Up.
Well, I mean, we just came off caution.
We just got off of a caution.
Can't we just run a couple of laps, get our wits about us again? Why do we have to start doing all that stuff as soon as the green flag waves? And you know, they were saved by the caution.
Leaves Ryan Truex in the middle. He has Miguel Paludo behind him, and around they go. Ryan Truex goes around.
I think Ryan Truex had a tire go flat.
Yeah, it started smoking there, and he was trying to get out of that pack.
Green, white checker.
White flag in the air.
Oh, they crashed.
Crash behind him.
Just go with it.
The caution is going to come out. It looks as though Johnny stopped. And again, they just took the white flag. The leader took the white flag, and Jeff Agnew in the 27 gets down on the apron, shoots back up the racetrack.
Yeah, James Buescher got in the back of him, turned him down to the apron.
NASCAR, no choice but to throw the caution. You got trucks sliding sideways in the middle of the track. And when you have that situation, you've got to have safety. And the trucks had crossed the start-finish line. Kyle Busch, I think, was licking his chops, thinking he had Johnny Sauter right where he wanted him. And the caution flies. And people way to the front. Kevin Harvick, they picked up some spots on pit road. Kevin's done a great job on the track, and the team got him some help there.
That's the reason for the caution, the 07 of Grant Galloway. Today out in front, Jeff Burton all over his back bumper. Little contact. Burton gets into the back of Hornaday. Hornaday slides up into the wall. Caution will come out. That was from contact from Burton.
There's a gear and an axle. Galloway again with some more help around the second time. That's the 84 right there of Robert Bruce. Robert was on the break for about 57, 58 laps.
That was 57 or 8 in a row, though.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen much more than 8 or 10 in a row since then.
Kenny Habul in the 93 actually gave the front of the field here at Martinsville, Virginia.
Something developed with Kevin Harvick's truck. I know he'll come to pit road. That wasn't much of an advantage, though, Phil. Those tires that his competitors have aren't going to be enough older where it's going to give him a tremendous advantage to come through the field.
Yeah, I think he had some sort of an issue there. I don't.
50 laps to go.
I'm coming.
All right. Take another look at Max Gresham. Around he goes in turns 1 and 2.
As Crafton gets into the corner, hits him a couple times, and instead of letting him go, he just keeps hitting him. But then Townley messes up here by hitting the gas.
Not nearly as much damage to the 13. Under caution. This is why. 52.
Tyler Reddick. He was running in the 11th spot, Rick, and you can see several trucks trying to get around him here. This is from Ron Hornaday. Oh, a little contact. Is that the 3 of Ty Dillon?
It is. And Reddick just came right down on Dillon. Hornaday does an amazing job. See if we can see what happens north. Oh, he got hit from behind into the outside wall.
Was that Chase Elliott possibly?
Yes, Phil, you know they're going to blow out. Look at there, all the way up top of the racetrack when he spun around. I wonder what happened. Could he have made a little contact with the lap truck?
Might have stayed in the throttle. You see the 84 of Mike Harmon gets into the outside wall right behind James.
Mike couldn't see anything, all the smoke that James put up. That's awful early in the corner to...
Them lap cars.
I think it might have been something to do with spin here.
Nice job.
Turn 2.
Nice job by the 75 of Caleb Holman getting her by on the inside. There goes Caleb.
And behind him you see the 99 of Brian Silas negotiating.
Remember when you spin coming off turn 2, more than likely you're going to hit that inside wall. Saw Todd just come down pit road. You see him, looks like he just lost control of the back end by himself. Nice job by a couple guys getting by that. Again, you spin coming off turn 2, you're probably going to hit the inside wall.
Here's the 9 and 54 just in front of these two.
This is coming off of turn 4, and the accident with the 54 is going to happen all the way when they get to go in turn number 3 after the caution came out.
The caution was out for almost...
Because the 17 is still on the racetrack right side of the screen.
Let's see if Bubba goes up the track and forces Ron high. Yes, he did.
Door to door, and yeah, Bubba Wallace way up the racetrack.
This is when the caution is out.
The caution is out.
And contact made by the 9.
Wow.
Sending the 54 into the wall.
Remember, we saw at Texas a couple years ago, Kyle Busch driving his own truck and Ron Hornaday having issues.
That, and as they exit the corner, he had to move away from him right there.
There's where he lost the front downforce, moved up towards him, and then had to yank the steering wheel to get it off a tide, and around he went.
Doesn't look like a lot of damage to the 51. I mean, through the grass.
Damage. I don't think any. Look at that splitter digging up the grass, but it never digs into the dirt. It just mowed the grass for him.
It didn't take any of that splitter off.
We've seen that was on board. We got one up high off turn 4. It's going to spin around. Yes.
Around goes the 21 once again. It's Spencer Gallagher.
What a great job by Brian Silas of missing Spencer Gallagher.
Loose, and then Townley goes around.
I think it was a chain reaction that bundled the field up there, and probably with some contact there. See the damage to John West's Zaxby's Toyota.
Heard him say, "We're done, guys." Pluto hits it hard.
I was just thinking when they got ready to do that restart, what a dilemma. You've got 3 teammates up there running 1, 2, 3. Load everybody down.
Teammates with issues racing for the lead. Miguel Paludo and the 31 of James Busher.
We saw Busher get into the side of Pluto and middle track because you're watch out.
Quiroga sideways
Into Kyle Busch. It looks as though contact with the wall. The 2 spin.
Lock her down. Lock her down.
It happens yet again. Caused that. You see him get loose there on the inside of Spencer Gallagher. Just ran out of room. Truck of David Starr, left front tire down on that car or truck. Excuse me.
Oh.
And Spencer Gallagher comes in there, obviously
losing his nose, coming up on track.
And behind him with a 13 of Todd Bodine gets into the wall.
And hard contact from the 99 of Brian Silas.
You all right, Todd?
Another truck involved behind them. Here's Newberry. He gets into the 13, into the wall he goes.
He got loose on the inside. There comes the 99 of Brian Silas.
Bam, up in the air when he hits that outside wall.
All 4 tires up off the racetrack when Todd made contact.
Watch slow motion here. Great camera angle, guys.
Earlier in this race.
Wow.
Big contact and then the hard hit into the wall once again.
Most of the stuff that he had to take that hard hit from when
he was that much track position. There's
Jennings.
Jennings gets a little bit loose through the center of the corner there. Does a nice job keeping that truck from sliding up into the outside wall.
The spin looked a whole lot like we saw Jeff Gordon do yesterday in qualifying. Just started spinning around really early in the corner. But Jennings does a nice job of driving it all the way off turn 4. Obviously off turn 2, the wall comes up sooner. You got a dog leg off 4. And that, holy cow, I didn't see that one coming. Got a spin.
Jeff Burton. Back behind it, it's Jeff Burton.
Barely into the outside wall.
What up there?
Trying to end that losing streak. How about that hard contact from the 77 and 75? And sure enough, up into the wall, Joey Coulter goes. Run for a driver's championship. He thinks Joey Coulter might be one of his best bullets.
Wow. Fell the 0-2 on the inside of another truck. That's the first example we've seen where somebody has been turned around because of the air getting robbed off the rear spoiler.
That truck slid all the way down the front straightaway. And check out the job there. Eflin lets off the brake just as that thing was going to hit that outside wall. And
Separated themselves. Sparks coming out of the 9. Up the racetrack he goes. Contact is made. Jake Crum into the back of the 9.
Happens in a hurry. Watch this contact. Great camera work, guys. Look at the job Blaney does just to barely slip around the outside. Crum trying to get under him. Jacks that truck up off the track.
Wow, that's significant contact.
Yeah, and it's a shock to Bubba Wallace, who has tires, and they race 2 and 3 wide every lap. You see, we're already 2 laps into the restart. Young, hard in the outside wall. It looked like they were still
under the restart.
It looked like they're still under caution, except they're running 180. Truck. Well, you can see Johnny didn't. This wasn't Johnny's fault. He just got turned sideways on Dakota's truck, sent him into Busher. Busher didn't hit the wall, but they got together And we heard the spotter report that, that Johnny got crashed, and I agree.
Yeah.
31 ran right in the back of that 98.
Looked like that might have been a little bit of a payback from the restart. And again, as you mentioned, Dakota Armstrong was involved in that, and there it is right there. There's a contact. Johnny had absolutely nothing he could do. We get turned sideways, middle of the corner.
Riding with Johnny.
Diving in. There. He's there. He pretty much dove in there and wrecked you.
Oh, we got a spinner. Justin Lofton loses it back in the back.
And around goes the 6 of Lofton.
What a great job by Brennan Newberry not running into him.
Pretty wide, man. Bring it around here.
Busher. You can see him just push the nose off the corner, Phil. Just up, 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 up. Contact with Brad, and around he goes.
And Brad made some pretty good contact with the outside wall.
Wow, look at that contact. Such a promising night up in smoke. And you remember the caution was out just then. Remember at Rockingham, caution was out. Oh, looks like Timothy thought Max would be down a little bit lower. And if I'm Timothy, I agree. Looks like Gresham didn't turn left when he got to the end of the back straightaway as much as you might have expected, Phil, and got into the side of Peters.
Let's ride along with Brendan Gaughan, see what he's to go a lap down, and will more than likely get the free pass as we see Norm Benning sliding coming out of turn 2 all by himself.
Watch him, he just lets off the brake just at the right time. So Norm, although he's out of control, he's spinning and driving that baby and kept it out of the wall. Great job.
Normally, you slide down to the inside. Let's see if we can take a look at the top of your screen.
You get the worst of both worlds. He hits the outside wall, and then self-cleaning. Like we said, the track just sweeps everything to the bottom. The 19-year-old, he's from the Delmarva area. Gas and got in the outside wall. See, he's a little bit high there exiting, and bam. And that took away a run that saw him wreck on lap 2 and race all the way up to the 11th spot, have a chance to win for a solid top 10 finish.
There went the right front and up into the wall. The 5 goes, bringing out the caution.
To go around the lap truck of Jennifer Jo Cobb, it was a perfect storm for him, or the imperfect storm, because the leader, Ty Dillon, was on the outside of him. He made the move up to go around Cobb and wound up getting the air off of his right side because the leader was there and spun out and had a hard crash down the back straightaway.
Yeah, such a tough break for Chad here. Let's watch it again. You see he moves up to go around, as you mentioned, Jennifer Jo Cobb. At the same time, Ty was going around some character.
And around goes Joey Coulter in the 18, up into the outside wall. 2 Kyle Busch Motorsports trucks now having damage.
Hold the brake.
Oh, a great job by the entire field getting by Coulter as well.
He fell back just as quickly, but a timely caution. Not so much for Max Gresham.
Barely.
Look how fast he is, too. Oh, there goes.
Around goes John West Townley sideways. He's going to be able to save it. What a move by John West. Bubba Wallace moved to the inside.
Whoa, watch it, Bubba.
And contact is made. Around goes Bubba Wallace.
We're in the fence.
Well, Ryan Blaney drove right down beside Bubba Wall and just
Good enough truck to hang up the front.
or as we watch Brian Silas turn around here, or stay on the racetrack. Rely on these caution laps to give you the extra mileage you're going to need, and you'll definitely have the track position then.
I'd say everybody.
Second place finish. And there's the battle for position. Joey Coulter was inside of Herman Quiroga, and around he went. We've seen it a couple times tonight.
Yeah, saw it out of a teammate.
Идет, и вот позади борьба. Тут Джои Колтер и Джеб Бёртон ошибается в первом повороте, подныривая под, соответственно, Колтера, разбивает свою машину.
2 лидера впереди тебя и уже смотреть и строить свою тактику, исходя из этого.
Ну, тут еще мало решить, отправляешься...
Смотри, выступал еще и Чад Хакенбрахт, но он просто провалился в Техасе.
Ой, и что у нас сейчас? 11 кругов до финиша, и Херман Кирога выносит Райана Блейни.
Now trying to find some grip down low. Landers up high. Oh, he's going to go around.
Can he keep it going?
Spinning.
Oh! He comes to the bottom on Greenfield.
We'll see if he slides up the track. He's able to get a little bit of grip down low. Around he goes. The 07 of Jimmy Weller around
Blaney.
Landers into the wall. Landers is around.
Landers sideways contact is made, and they pile up. The yellow flag comes out.
Ty Dillon's backwards against the outside wall.
Drops all the way back, and he's going to get sideways. Coming out of turn number 1 to 30, sideways again.
You're right.
Trying to keep it off the wall. He does. The caution comes out again.
Widening outside of Ty Dillon.
Joey Coulter trying to get up front once again.
Matt Crafton diving.
Oh, and into the wall goes Ty Dillon. He hits
Johnny Sauter.
Hold her straight.
He's surprised they all make it through this turn. Look at Hornaday down on the bottom.
coming through.
Buscher's getting loose.
Turn number 3. Around goes the 31 of Buscher. They're spinning behind him, but the checkered flag's going to go to Blaney at Pocono.
Watch Bubba make the move to the bottom. Blaney's already there. They make contact. Bubba's lucky he doesn't go around.
Got a tough break for Ryan Blaney. Good friends with Bubba Wallace.
Might not be such good friends after this one.
Difficult to do what Ty Dillon's trying to accomplish now. Drives on the bottom.
Oh, and around goes Max Gresham in the 8. He's going to collect the 98 of Johnny Sauter. Also in that, it looks like the 19.
No, that's
the
Bubba
54
Wallace.
of Bubba Wallace is involved.
Avoiding them.
Another look at the 8 getting sideways.
Yeah, I'm like you. I really think Johnny Sauter had slowed his speed enough that he was Moffat and that brand new team for Shigetori, that 16 Goodyear.
Oh, John West is around.
John West Townley in the 7, trying to stay out of the wall. He does. Now can everyone avoid him behind? They do.
And he avoids the wall. He was running in the 6th spot. We saw him earlier in this event almost spin around. And
3/4 of the way through this race, and Miguel Paludo just ran his last lap faster than.
Oh, and around goes the 77. Herman Quiroga trying to hang on to it, trying to stay out of the inside wall. He'll kiss the wall with the back and then smash that right front into the wall as well.
crazy restart we're fixing to see. You can see uphill he goes, maybe a right front flat like you said, Phil. He had some damage to the right side, maybe eventually cut a tire for him. And this told his pit crew, get more tires ready. We were probably on a one.
Oh, and right into the back of the slower trucks that backed up in front of him.
15th spot. Townley just got high on the outside and smashed into the outside wall.
While that was happening, we saw the 51 of Kyle Busch.
Wrong decision on your own. Check it out. Agnew on the bottom of Matt McCall, and he just gets loose and slides down the inside wall. What I was saying, Phil, if you pit or don't pit, you're at the expense of the other teams. If a bunch of them stay out and you pit, you're in trouble. If a bunch of them pit, you stay out, you could be
out of turn number 4. Green flag back in the air. The 88 stalls. The 19 gets turned. Just as they were coming to the green flag, the 88 stalled. Timothy Peters is slow on the track. The 29 of Ryan Blaney running him away. And the caution now comes out.
In that 17 truck, I guarantee you, Phil, it just wouldn't go because of the pickup.
What a horrible break, though, for Brad Keselowski in the 19 truck.
The final 2 turns coming out of turn number 4. Timothy Peters, Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch will win. Peters will slide.
And hard into the inside wall.
Contact made just as they were crossing the stripe. Kyle Busch wins. Timothy Peters finishes second.
Take a look at what happens to Joey. It looked like he just got a little bit wide, got off that newer asphalt.
And that's an 8. That's where you're going your fastest.
Oh, look how far that truck goes in there.
Ty Dillon with the advantage. Elliott right on his back bumper. Look at the inside of 10. They make contact. Elliott spins the 3. The 3 into the tires. And Chase Elliott trying to hang on. Across the stripe he'll go. Elliott wins in Canada.
Mike Skeen has spun around. Max Pappas around. Ryan Blaney as well.
Coming through turn 10. Hockenbraugh unofficially second. Paludo is third.
Get by. Watch Hornaday jump. Make it 3 wide here. Gets into Quiroga. Turns him around, much like Chase Elliott turned Ty Dillon around.
We talked about you slow down to 45 miles an hour, somebody's going to get mad. And look how mad Armand is. He tried to go after those guys. You can see
Look
how low Peter's truck is. No, there he goes.
And around goes the 94.
Right rear tire.
Possibly a broken part on that 94 as you were talking about how it was riding differently. Pit road.
Talked about the classic down on the inside and getting loose.
Well, he was loose just about even before he got down in the corner. He was already loose.
Brandon Jones, not a lot of experience. We talked the 150 mile an hour speeds down in the corner. He was in the inside of Jeff Burton. Just couldn't turn the truck left enough to keep it off of Burton without it getting loose, and that's exactly what happened.
Such a Ross Chastain, then it's Peters, contact from the 31 of Buescher. Peters is sideways, he keeps it straight until he catches up to the 3 of Ty Dillon. Caution comes out.
Well, we're going to get to do it again.
Oh, On Busher, but Busher strong on that high side.
Here comes the momentum. Ross Chastain trying to hang on. Joey Coulter behind him gets up into the wall. Collects the 62 of Brendan Gaughan.
Busher.
Joey Coulter, damage to that truck. Another look.
Looked like something might have happened to Brendan Gaughan's truck. He looked like he went straight for a moment there, and that forced the 18 up into the outside wall, caught him in the left rear quarter panel. A lot of damage to both of those trucks. Garage area.
Coming up on the halfway point of the 150-lap race, and there was the contact.
Yeah, it wasn't a tire. It was contact that turned him into that outside wall.
By the way, 15 tries. Here's the incident with the 17.
Oh, we've seen this movie before.
Yep, little contact there.
He's going to get squeezed into the outside wall here. He's going to.
No, he did the squeezing.
He did the squeezing.
He did the squeezing, and that looks just like the crash he had down at Rockingham.
That was the 39 of Ryan Sieg, I believe, that he was on.
Lofton, then on their side by side.
Oh! Miguel Paludo goes around coming out of turn 4. No one's going to get into him. He gets into the grass.
Came so close to taking out his teammate James Busher.
What a close call that was.
Remember,
take another look at what happened.
See him right by himself there. What an incredible job those drivers did behind him.
Yeah, Ryan Sieg in the 39, an incredible job of saving that with the 24 sliding in front of him.
Winner was running in the 14th spot.
All by himself, just got loose. Here comes the whole world to pit road, Rick.
Pit road is open, being led down pit road by the 19 of Ross Chastain. Let's go.
And Hornaday gets loose.
Up the track and contact is made.
You know, that's the last truck Ron Hornaday would want to take out. That's his teammate. You see, it looks like Ron got into the outside wall, Michael.
He can't see where he's going, but he just does an amazing job of working his way through that. Teammates racing side by side. Looks like Brendan's going to survive another spin.
Restarts are crazy, and these guys proved that once again.
Yeah, great restart there by
till closer to the end of the race.
I think he has to come now to give him some time to pass some trucks.
And we've seen how hard passing is to do. You put a truck in the lead and then put him in the back of the pack, he can't go anywhere. Ross Chastain comes to mind.
For Joe Cobb in the 10, bringing out our most recent caution. This is number 9. See, you're already into the wall coming at us.
So they will work. Ooh, boy, that tire just
behind them. Now, the top 2 are going to make their way on the pit road, and very close. There it is. The 82 goes around. Sean Corr got into the back of the 82 and around and into the infield he goes.
Yeah, Ty Dillon, the 82 pulled right out in front of Ty Dillon. Ty ran in the back of him. Ty was up to full speed here.
Why would you gamble on potentially running out of fuel? Look at what happened.
See the Ford truck in the middle of that racetrack and the 75 came together. It looked like the 75 was coming down just a little bit, made contact with the 4 of Jeb Burton.
It looked like Jeb was trying to get into a hole in the 75 of Caleb Homan, said there's not a hole here, and that caused a crash. You can see how tight things are right there. Look, Jeb's right against John West Townley. 75 of Caleb Homan comes down onto Jeb.
Catches Timothy Peters, takes him and the 77 of Ramon Quiroga into the outside wall. Brendan Newberry with nowhere to go. How about Chris Fontaine, the 83? Looks like he got through there.
He just bided his time, let that thing develop, and was able to drive through it. Another guy on the inside was Ron Hornaday. Watch Hornaday. He slips through on the inside barely.
Trucks hard into the wall in turn 3. And so trucks are making their way on the pit road. We go down to race.
Look at that congestion, Rick.
Yeah, very close call back there about the
there it
17th, 20th position, and around they go. 31 of James Busher caught up in it, second in points.
Oh, Agnew into the wall on the inside, and Busher hard again into the wall.
A lot of damage. The 18 of Joey Coulter also involved.
Avoid that wreck if he could have just let the 6 of Lofton in, but probably felt like Lofton knew he was there and left his foot on it, and Lofton didn't know he was there and caused a crash.
Yeah, situation there, a little, maybe back off the throttle a little bit right there, give him a little bit more room, and this might not have happened. 22 trucks now within 1 second of the lead.
Oh, there they go.
Down to the inside of the track. They're wrecking. Ryan Blaney involved. Hard hit by the 9 of Hornaday. Caution comes out again. 7 laps to go.
Scott Stencil.
The best way to tell what happens in these circumstances is to go up top, and we're up top. It looked like something happened to the 39 truck. Phil?
Maybe he ran out of gas getting down towards the end. He had pitted on lap 55. Certainly something happened to his momentum anyway.
And that caused the congestion that wound up being a chain reaction crash.
Middle of the track. Johnny Sauter, he won at Daytona earlier this year. Can he do it again? They wreck behind him. They're rolling behind him. Now the 88 spins. Thor Sport is going to win. It's going to be Johnny Sauter that will get the win, but they wreck behind him.
Matt Crafton has not got to the start-finish line yet.
And they're still wrecking. Crafton does slide by the start-finish line. The 32 of Miguel Paludo was upside down. It's on fire now.
That's Jeb in the black truck.
Being pushed by Miguel Paludo. He got pushed sideways into Kyle Busch.
That sends Busch sideways. Dakota Armstrong in the 60 was able to stay clear up high.
Watch Paludo flip over when Kyle gets on the right rear of his truck.
See David Starr go by. Chris Fontaine going by. Justin Lofton in the 6 truck. There's Clay Greenfield in the 68. John West Townley in the 7 going by on the inside.
I think there might be one more impact for
Kyle Busch did get hit one more time.
Kyle Busch. I'm thinking maybe it was the...
We watched, though, the 32 still upside down. He'll end up rolling just at the end as he gets hit one more time here.
The sliding down the racetrack isn't that bad. It's the landing on the racetrack that hurts you in a flip.
There was another couple of trucks hit.
There's another
at the start-finish line.
Start-finish line or not, but it's a huge win for all these guys, everybody at Thor Sport. Thank you, everybody, and I want to thank the good Lord, Sacred Heart Jesus, and bless Mother.
We've seen this tandem-type drafting for the last several years. I know that I've seen 3 sets of tandem drafters run that long side by side. What made the difference for you guys coming down the stretch?
You know, I just watched last year's race and studied it pretty hard the other night, and we ran second, and we hooked up with a tandem with Parker and kind of drove away from everybody. So I think everybody's studying, everybody's getting smarter, and you know, they're doing their homework, and they're...
Until they came into the tri-oval and this happened.
Yeah, those guys behind had so much momentum coming. Miguel Paludo was pushing the 4 of Jeb Burton and just pushed him sideways right into Kyle Busch.
And Kyle Busch slides down and he
Watch
hits
this
the
truck.
inside wall right there.
That truck hit hard on the inside wall. Broke the wall. We're fighting to stay on the lead lap. The leaders are fast approaching, and Joey Coulter was on the inside of Blaney and then finally got into his quarter panel and spun him around.
It just had to look like something was...
Coulter there. Hold on a second. Joe, the guy that walked through the pit area.
Contact there from the 27 of Jeff Agnew turns Miguel Paludo around. See, Joey Coulter worked his way by. Johnny Sauter just drove in there on the inside. James came back down to the bottom of the racetrack, and Johnny had a little bit too much momentum.
This thing to go green for a little while, though, Phil.
Around goes Hornaday in the 9. He was on the outside of a 3-wide situation. Caution comes out.
And crowded Wallace Jr. up into the wall, but Darrell doesn't.
And around goes the 51 of Denny Hamlin. Backs it into the inside wall.
It looked like the 88 of Matt Crafton may have gotten the back of Denny Hamlin.
Jeff Agnew, and look at Jones, just dives hard in the corner. Jeff didn't think he was going to take that gap.
He saw the line that Jeff Agnew was going to run real wide and then really arc it in, and the problem
Have to get aggressive.
Here's how the 24 went around. Had a little help there from Jeff Agnew.
That's Martinsville, as Phil said earlier.
Caleb Holman does a great job getting by in that.
Harvick still stays in front. Harvick up about a half a line. Around goes Harvick. Around goes Ty Dillon. And Matt Crafton's able to get through.
Chase Elliott gets right in the side of Kevin Harvick.
Happy about this restart. And the way they were racing. And around, the 3 is trying to get that 14 turned around.
Don't get the bad end of it here.
I think he's trying to spin him out. He hadn't any luck yet, but it looks like he's not giving up. That'll probably earn both those drivers
a visit,
a trip to the NASCAR trailer after this race.
I think they're
eventually down in turn 1. Dillon to the bottom, gets a hold of Harvick, turns him around.
Got him off the bottom of the racetrack, then tried to go by on the inside, but Kevin couldn't maintain control of it.
And look at Chase Elliott, just blocked. Nothing that kid could do. Looks like NASCAR's saying.
Crews coming out to try to talk with, voice their displeasure with the 14 of Kevin Harvick. That's the 3 team that was out there. Harvick's got the window net down on that 14.
I'm not sure if Kevin has the window net down or they took the window net down for him. He took it down.
It was down. He's parked right in front of the 3, so the 3 can't get in and stall.
The official's doing his best to maintain order, doing a great job actually to get those guys away from the truck.
And we're just about halfway through a fuel run here.
Around goes the 19. Got to the inside of the 6, and around goes the 19 of Keselowski, bringing out our first caution.
Brad's going to keep it out of the wall. What an amazing job to keep it out of the wall.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact, but like you said, got him loose first. But if you get somebody get you loose and they hit you, you count that as getting hit.
I think so too.
I mean, if you had to, and it expired in a major way, Rick. You can see the thing blows up, and eventually it's going to catch on fire.
Well, that hot oil getting down on the exhaust pipes there. It got extinguished fairly quickly, but pretty big blow up there.
And look who was right in his tire tracks. That's our leader, Ty Dillon, who's trying to avoid the oil and stay out of Kyle's issue. A little bit of a tense moment for our leader.
Pit road is open. Might be the final. Staying early on. A caution came out on lap 2. That's DJ Kennington getting into the wall in turn number 3. Brendan Newberry in the 24 also spinning during that incident.
Yeah, this racetrack we talked about being 2 grooves wide. It certainly is, but it's not 3 grooves.
Happened.
So you can see right there, something went down in the right front, whether it would appear to be a tire, some sort of failure in the right front. He was in the groove. It wasn't like he hopped out of the groove and slid up the hill, so definitely some sort of failure there.
Chase was getting into one.
Oh, contact.
Yeah, Max Gresham got on the brakes, slid the front tires, and that made that truck go straight and made contact with that Aaron's Dream Machine of Chase Elliott.
4 coming off the dog leg into turn 3, goes into the corner, contact with the 38 truck, spins both trucks into the wall here at Phoenix. The 54 had to go to a backup truck, qualified with no laps of practice on this truck. He qualified 13th. You can see right there, Bubba.
This tire blows Phil absolutely at the worst time possible, right when he's just about off turn 4, but look which way the road's heading. The wall's almost 90 degrees to where he hits and hard into the outside wall, but yet he's able to walk away. Safer barriers, seats, the Hans device, all those things, meaning that Ron can take that impact.
That's a good illustration of how fast these drivers are going at this racetrack.
He got it.
He's going to take it, but the crossover move and spinning up into the wall. That is the 7 of John West Townley. Caution will come out again. Top 2 drivers, the only 2 that have not been to victory lane. And contact is made. Peters into the wall, the 54 sliding.
Bubba Wallace is going to stay out of the wall. That'll bring the caution out. We saw trucks on and off fastest, and you know what? The adjustments. What kind of adjustments are we going to make in order to, there's that spin we talked about.
He did a nice job not getting any more damage into the outside wall. See, Bubba was down on the inside trying to make the move on the bottom. They made contact, and you wonder if maybe that developed a little bit of a slow leak, and into the outside wall he goes.
Yeah. Now he can get a fresh tire on that thing. I don't think it hit hard enough to really do a lot of damage.
He was already back in the throttle, but you can hear now, I believe that tire went down maybe at the...
In the 29 pit, is they're saying be careful where you catch that traffic on this racetrack. 29's in the wall.
Ryan Blaney into the wall, the 51 goes by.
Caution.
And the caution will come out. And that position, it looks as though
Gallagher gets loose.
And overcorrects.
And I think right into the wall.
Yeah, absolutely nowhere to go for the 9 of PK.
Thought I saw Mason Mingus with a little bit of damage, but I think Mingus made it through.
Watch again. This is on board with Darrell Wallace Jr.
Boy, PK absolutely had no time to do anything other than just ride it out. He was right there behind Gallagher, and he spun up in front of him.
Gallagher took a shot in the outside wall and into the side from PK. Kuroga hasn't been running that extreme high line, so maybe if Jeb looks
Jeb's going to get the wall again.
There he goes.
Jeff Burton once again into the wall. Is that going to bring out a caution, or are we going to stay green?
One here, right here.
He's behind Ryan Sieg in the 39 truck.
Right on the wall.
Matt Crafton, I believe, is involved.
Joey Coulter is involved in it. As
Brendan
well as
Newberry.
of Brendan Newberry into the infield. And it looks as though Crafton does have damage.
To the outside of Matt Crafton. He doesn't get there. Now Matt's going to move to the outside of Joey Coulter, and Joey's going to squeeze up just a little bit, and they make contact. Brendan Newberry got a bad break and got turned into the inside wall.
Yeah, he was the big loser in that mess. Sideways all over Timothy Peters.
Sideways goes Sauter. Can he keep it straight? No, he's going to slide down the backstretch. Sauter's going to get to the inside wall, and the caution comes out again. We'll have a third and final try at a green-white checker.
Dillon's already ahead of him.
Kyle Busch looking for his 35th win in the Camping World Truck Series. Into the wall, a couple trucks go through 3 and 4.
See, Matt Craft is going to get by him, and that's going to win him the Owners' Championship.
Final lap.